So this game is against a team that's in like the upper division. I mentioned how this league you play, the lower division plays like the middle plays the top and bottom and middle. So this is one of the middle teams, and the goalie that we're playing against here is one of the goalies on one of the really good teams. They're called the Buds in one of my other leagues, and he's probably the best goalie in the league. So I kind of had an idea that we wouldn't really have a chance in this one, but this game ends up interesting. So we'll check after that and we'll talk about that. So if you're buying hockey equipment and you want to support the channel, check out the links in the description. In the US, check out the links to Pure Hockey. In Canada, check out the links to Hockey Supremacy. If you click those links and make a purchase, I get a kickback from the sale. So anything that comes back from that comes right back into the channel, so I can make more content and doing like real reviews and stuff. I got buy gear to do a lot of the tests for it, so that costs money and it would be greatly appreciated. Otherwise, if you want to support the channel without buying anything, check out links in the description to Patreon, buy me a coffee. Everything through there comes again back into the channel, so I can make more content and doing real reviews.
Y'all ready for this?
Ball, ball, ball. So this game was pretty pathetic, as you could kind of see, and this is one of those really frustrating ones where I wanted to just leave after like the second period because there wasn't a point of being there anymore. And I left in all the stuff where it was a bit of both teams, but to be honest, it was mostly like my team. Like right away, my one teammate body checks one of their players who's a girl. It wasn't just like a rub off, which is what he said. He's like, oh, I just like cut her up. No, he like stepped into her. And you don't do that. Like you don't have to do that anyways. That's a body check and it's a call no matter what. If you knock someone over like that, no matter what their gender, it's going to be a penalty. And then they complained about it. So it was just like, what are you doing? And then doing that and then complaining to the ref after it happened isn't going to get us any favors for it. So that makes it worse too. And you could see it like happen over and over again during the game. There's a points where one of their players, and you could see he was on the screen a lot with the white helmet and falling over a lot, just straight up dove all the time or just couldn't stand up. And he did poke me at one point, and like when the puck was in front, and I think he actually got my head, hit my dangler or something. And so I gave him a bit of a whack after that too. Because of what we did with the refs, they're obviously not going to give us any calls. So they're going to call everything we do on them. And that's what happened there. Like that we shouldn't have got as many penalties against that player as we did. But when you kind of beak at the refs, it's gonna be worse. And the part that got really embarrassing about this is just like how little my team tried at the end of the game. And I showed multiple times where my D just like stopped moving and just let them come in for a breakaway. And that's why I straight up picked the puck. I think there was like 15 seconds left or maybe even 30 seconds left. I can't remember. But I saw my team just not skate back on and basically give up a 2-on-0. So I just picked up the puck and said, we're done. It was dumb. One of my teammates was upset too that we didn't play out the game. I was just like, what do you mean we didn't play out the game? You guys didn't play out the third period. So there's no point of us being there for the third period. And they got pretty like upset at me calling them out for that. If you don't try, why are people here? Like it's a huge waste, especially as a goalie when your team just stops doing stuff. Like why are you playing there? Why is it up to me when you guys don't want to be here? Why am I here? And especially when I play so many times a week, it's kind of the point of what am I doing? Because you guys don't want to be here. You're not putting in any effort, so why am I spending my nights here? That was really frustrating and really disappointing. This game was pretty pathetic in that sense. This team has had a few things this year where it's kind of like, wow, this happened. Like this really happened. And this was kind of one of those where you see those last plays and you see like my team just not trying and it's just like, okay, that's how it is. So pretty frustrating and pretty annoying. I'm not going to talk about the goals in this one because it doesn't matter for this game. And
you're watching HockeyReviews.ca.